Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Canfield. I'm currently the Plans and Programs Flight Commander here at Anderson Air Force Base stationed in Guam. I got about 6 months left here. Let's see, I started my IT career, I guess, in high school, took a coding class, liked it, kind of stepped out of it for a little bit. And then in college, I was actually going to be a communications major. I am a communications major, and you're required to get a minor. And I like computers and knew that cyber was going to be the next big thing, so I decided to do a computer science minor. I was also doing Air Force ROTC at the time, and once I finished, I was picked to become a cyber operations officer in the Air Force. I was going to be a combat communications officer. So before I went to my tech school, which is called undergraduate cyber training, they call it UCT, I took a class at the University of Southern California. I started really, when my computer science minor, I really only did coding. I kind of knew how computers worked, but not entirely. That class at USC was an intro to computer networking, and it was the hardest class I've ever taken in my entire life. Good though, I passed. I learned a lot from the class. It was very hard, but it definitely gave me a lot more insight on what I was about to get myself into. Then I went to UCT, so I did my tech school. I did that for about 6 months. Pretty good, learned a lot. Learned how to really got into learning how to do offensive and defensive cyber operations. And that's where I got my Security Plus certification, first certification I've got. And then I was assigned to Guam. Came here and I started my career as the officer in charge of the cybersecurity shop. So I kind of got thrown right into it and learned a lot about, NIST's special publications, the risk management framework. And mostly when I first got to my position, it was getting ATOs for our unclassed network, which we call NIPR, and then our classified network, which we call SIPR. NIPR was first. It was definitely a struggle because here at the Anderson Air Force Base, it's constant operations, and so our network operation teams are always task saturated. But we worked with them a lot to get them to do the STIGs they needed to do, and we actually received a 1.5 years for the NIPR and a 2 year, which is very hard to get, especially in the military with the lack of equipment and resources that we have to obtain that 2 year ATO. So we were very proud with that. I then moved over to network ops for a little bit to kind of learn what was going on over there. And then they moved me back to plans and programs to be the flight commander. So now I was not only over cybersecurity, and I forgot to mention, for our cybersecurity shop, it's for the whole base, but we also do ComSec. So any secure communications or secure capabilities that we do using cryptographic equipment, we are in charge of. So basically anytime someone comes here and needs crypto keys, they come to us night or day. They'll call our standby phone and we have to come and support no matter what. And then they put me back in this position. So I was in charge of cybersecurity, ComSec, and then the plan side of it, which is very hectic, a lot of project management, but it's made me learn a lot. But the biggest thing from all my experience is that I've taken from what I've learned from the CSOL program, and everything I've been learning through each course, I've been trying to incorporate it into what I've been doing into my job. It came extremely helpful when I was doing those ATOs, because when I first got here, didn't really know what was going on, but I was picking up on this special publications that I was reading, and understanding the framework and the policies that were going through it in the ATO that I was actually creating, the package we were actually creating for our AO. And it just helped with the knowledge, it helped with empowering me to speak to my airmen and my team. And they began to give me more trust and to know that I was actually understanding the work they were putting into and appreciated what they were doing, and where I could lend a helping hand, I would. I guess for professional goals, I've always wanted to do the Special Forces. My father was in the Special Forces, so I'm going to try and give that one more shot. But one of the things I've learned when my dad left the Special Forces is there's not many jobs out there after that. So I want to have a family when I'm older, and that's why I did cyber, because I'm very interested in computers. And the next thing, or what we learn is the next battlefield is going to be the cyber field, so, or cyberspace, I should say. So no matter where my career goes, I know I'm going to stay in the cyber. I just hope I can probably do something that incorporates the Special Forces into that. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in the military for. It's not going to be forever. I want to kind of serve my country and then get out and be able to settle down somewhere. But I want to take everything I've learned from here, and when I say from the Air Force, from the CSOL program, and then help me move forward into what I'm trying to do next. I want to do something that matters and make a difference somewhere. And I know with all the cyber attacks that are increasing and everything that's going on in the world, I know being a cybersecurity professional, or actually just understanding basics of how computers or networking and cyberspace works, I think will be very beneficial, not only for me, but any organization that I go to and can speak on. That's basically me, and you can find my work in my ePortfolio. And thank you for taking the time to watch my video.